the responsibility that we see of the disciples. The disciples had to travel light in everything that they did. They were to travel without food. We see later in the other Gospels that they relied on a young boy for this food. Having been fed by Jesus, feeding others from what Jesus had fed, and then returning to Jesus to be refilled. And all coming from just simply trusting that Jesus would provide through an unlikely and unknowing to us, that Jesus just provides. The Lord provides for His word to go out, and the Lord provides for what He works through. He works through His word. He does not work through programs and business plans. He works through His word. There are wise things that we follow. There's wise counsel. Don't spend more than you can make. But we let the Lord direct us and guide us so that we don't spend more than we make, for instance. And with all of this, and because of all this, because of the trust of the people, because of where their trust was placed, where their trust was pointed to, because of the trust of the disciples, because the disciples followed Jesus and obeyed Jesus and what they were to take and not take, and all these things, this is all met with and all culminates that Jesus meets the needs of all. Jesus meets the needs of His servants, and then Jesus meets the needs that His servants, that His disciples are serving. And Jesus meets the needs of all of those by filling them up from His word. This is a promise here. It's never too hard or too easy that we don't need to simply just go to Jesus. Nothing is too hard or too easy that we shouldn't take it to Jesus and shouldn't lay it before Him and let His word be the counsel. Let His word give us understanding in that event and at that moment with what to do. Jesus is adequate enough in feeding and for feeding His people.